I plan to propose. I would rather value your advice, Victor. I think going down on one knee is still in vogue, I advised. Not about the proposal, about filling Cynthia in on my idea to convert this space into living quarters before I pop the question. I'm not sure if she'd find it a bit off-putting living underneath my sister. It may not suit Cynthia. She could well consider it a bit claustrophobic in the familial sense. It certainly has connotations of a teenager living in their parents' basement, I pointed out. Even though Barry was in his early 50s, I surmised that his plans to up sticks was as much influenced by his wish to remain close to Marigold as it was to formalise his relationship with Cynthia. Anyway, it's all rather moot at this point, Barry said. I hope you got the ring on sale and return, I interrupted. I didn't mean the proposal was moot. I do plan to pop the question. But since you've raised the matter, Argos does have an excellent refund policy. I meant it may require fighting our way through endless reams of unfathomable Greek bureaucracy, Barry said. Even allowing for a brown envelope, it's quite impossible unless you convert, I said. Convert to what? Barry said, his scrunched forehead indicating bafflement. Greek Orthodox, I said, even though I'm well in with Papas Andreas after he blessed our house. You would still need to make a public declaration before he'd let you marry in the church. I think we're talking at cross purposes, Victor. I hardly think a religious conversion is necessary to turn this space into a habitable abode. Vangelis and Spiros are seasoned operators when it comes to working the system. I thought you were talking about the Greek bureaucracy involved in getting married over here, I said. I looked it up online. It's possible to have a simple ceremony at the Greek equivalent of the town hall, Barry said. The Vima Haio, I said, volunteering the correct Greek word. That's the place, Barry agreed. I just need to sort out a license and have my divorce decree translated. No need for any religious conversion. Even if you converted, you still wouldn't have a clue what was going on. The service is conducted in ancient Greek, I said. I thought that by now the town hall would have got the hang of modern Greek, Barry sighed. I'm talking about a church wedding. The whole thing was a bit of an eye-opener when Costis married Eleni. Costis? Barry questioned. The son of Nikos and Dina at the taverna, I reminded him. I know who he is, but I remember Marigold telling me they were planning an autumn wedding. Eleni's pregnant, so they had to bring the date forward. They got married at the end of February. It was a rush job in the circumstances, and Dina wasn't at all happy, I said, desperately trying to recall the Greek words for a shotgun wedding that I had duly memorized back in February. I thought Dina would be over the moon to know she'll be a grandmother soon, Barry said, in surprise. Oh, she is. She's delirious with joy. I meant she wasn't happy with the month. Traditionally, it is bad luck to marry in February. Nikos only talked her round in the end because it isn't a leap year. There were no free spots in the church in early March, and then, of course, it's verbatim to get married during the 40 days of Lent. That's probably just as well. You can imagine, enforced fasting would put a bit of a damper on the celebrations, I explained, thinking that all Greek festivities tended to revolve around vast platters of food. My relief at no longer being obliged to fry chips every night is nothing compared to the sheer joy Dina feels at the weekends now that her knifey has taken over the drudgery of kitchen duties. Knifey? Barry asked. Daughter-in-law, I clarified. Dina is in her element, good-heartedly bossing Eleni around and fussing over Costis on the rare occasions he doesn't pull a disappearing act. I had spent 8 long weeks over the winter standing in as a chef, or kitchen skivvy, in the local taverna, whilst Dina was out of action due to a broken arm. Admittedly, there were times when I felt a pang of regret that I was now once again simply a customer, rather than attached to the deep-fat fryer. My stint in the taverna had helped me to develop a deep sense of camaraderie with the local villagers, and had earned me a special place in Dina's heart. I thought Eleni was a schoolteacher, Barry said, obviously confused as to why she would be skivvying in the taverna. She is, but of course Nikos and Dina are pressuring the newlyweds to move to Meli and live with them. Eleni is committed to seeing out the school year in town, but has agreed to make the move once the baby comes along. For now, the couple spend their weekends in Meli, and Eleni is obliged to do